Good morning, investors. Happy hump day. Is Wednesday, May 1st. Yeah, I was gonna say something the May the 4th thing, but no, I'm gonna say that on I won't be able to say because that's on a Saturday. And yeah, so may the first be with you. But anyways, we welcome May. Hopefully it's warm wherever you are. Thank you for listening today. My name is Tony Moreno, your host of the Real Estate Investor News Channel. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. We share the top 3 stories that you need to hear regarding real estate investors, landlords, or people who just want to get into real estate or home buyers. For our stories today, we have the first one we have is luxury real estate prices just hit an all-time record. We're going to discuss which luxury and why have they gone up in prices. The second one, we have brokerages. MLS not covered under the NAR deal face 60-day deadline. We're still discussing this story regarding the settlement with the National Association of Realtors. So we'll look at that in a second. And then the last story we have owners of vacant rent stabilized units say state's action falls short. So there's some actions going on in New York that are supposed to be helping landlords, but they're not really. So we'll discuss that shortly. So again, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to our channel. That is the way we grow. So for our first story, I'm actually going to play a video because it explains it better, and we'll be able to discuss what we're talking here. So I'm gonna put this on full screen. My computer's acting a bit slow because I got so much going on right now. And yeah, just listen in. It's only a minute video, so just watch. Mm. Just because of cash, they're buying cash. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. So that's interesting. And again, first of all, the reason why it's going up is because these are cash buyers and they don't care about an interest rate. So they're just literally buying cash and they're paying probably over asking. So that's going up, which that's probably hurting the economy, not the economy, the real estate market over there, because I mean prices are gonna go up because of those cash sales, which sucks for New York, because I mean things already are pretty bad over there as far as real estate prices go, and that's just even gonna increase everything else in Manhattan. So people who finance over there is just they're just gonna be hurting, and again probably a lot of the folks living up there. Um, have a significant amount of money, most likely. So yeah, that's for our first story. And again, so people like me in Alabama, we're not affected by that at all. So good thing. So come to Alabama, people. All right, brokerages. MLS. This is our second story, by the way. Brokerages MLS not covered under the NAR deal face 60-day deadline. The clock is now ticking for brokerages and multiple listing services not covered by the NAR settlement to reach their own agreement with home sellers. So if you guys remember, actually, it's right here. There was a settlement of $418 million with the National Association of Realtors, because they were kind of like they were accused of inflating prices. So it says here the motion for preliminary approved triggered 60-day deadline for non-covered parties. So NAR covers some brokerages, I guess, and these are the ones that are not included in that settlement. And they give them a 60-day window for them to settle uh those charges. And I wasn't sharing my screen. I apologize about that. So including 90 plus brokerages had more than 2 billion in annual transaction volume in recent years, and 30 MLS now wholly owned by realtor associations to take action. So 2 billion is what the volume that they sold. So they're supposed to pay a portion of that due to this settlement. So let's see what that is. brokerage firms not covered under the March 15 agreement will be on the hook for damages equal to 25,000 0.0025. I think it's 25,000. Anyways, multiply by their average annual total transaction. So I'm gonna do some dirty quick math. Let me bring my calculator if I can get it to what that may be. So if they made what was it, 2 billion? All the twos in the world. There it is. 2 billion times 0.0025. So that's about 5 million that they have to pay with this settlement to home buyers. So that is a pretty big deal. I mean, again, it's already a big deal that this is happening. So yeah, I mean, this is a story that's going to affect everybody. So yeah, it's not a good time for real estate. I mean, it may help with prices coming down. So that's good for investors, I guess you could say. All right. For our third story, owners of vacant rent stabilized units say the state action falls short. So it looks like in New York they've been going some state law has been trying to help landlords that are fixing up units. And it says here the 2019 rent law puts a $15,000 cap on individual apartment improvements, the renovations that landlords could pay for by increasing rents. So they're saying, they can put in $15,000 to a place, to a unit, and they can increase rent then. The allowed monthly hike was 168. So one divided by 168 of the project cost in building with fewer than 35 units, and one divided by 180 in large buildings. So whatever that decimal is, they multiply that by however much they put in renovations, and that is what they're going to increase their rent by. And it says here it's $89 or $83 per month, respectively, over 15 years, which sucks, and that's what we're going to see here. Landlords claim that was not enough for low rent units needing a lot of work. After decades of long tenancies, repairs can easily top 100,000. So they had to let them rot. So it says here, I mean, which again, it sucks because I mean, you want to be increasing rents depending on how the market is. And when interest rate rises, that means most likely rent is going to go up because the landlord's mortgage went up. So if a unit needs a lot of work, I mean, you got to make your money back somehow. It's an investment. I mean, nobody does real estate investing for fun. We do it for cash flow, and then for a greater purpose that I don't have to get into it in this channel. Anyways, landlord claim both the new cap still won't cover their cost of gut renovations, and even if they did, they cannot get financing for their repairs, which yeah, I mean, a lot of mom and pops are being hurt because of this, because a lot of them just go ahead and do renovations, and then once they go rent it, it's not going to cash flow how they expect to. So those are our three stories for today. Again, if you like what you hear today, subscribe to our channel. I will share these three stories so you can read them at your own time below. The plan is to keep the podcast episodes less than 15 minutes. That's what I always go for. I always like to shoot for 10, but because that's usually a ride to your job site, to your work site. So you can listen to the first three stories. But again, subscribe to our channel, hit that like button. That's how we grow, and that's how we're able to deliver this information. Thank you. God bless, and you have a beautiful